welcome back to Delicate Aroma Creations. My name is Naisha, and this is part 3 of how to create your own notebook. Now, part 1 was explaining the materials to create your notebook covers, as well on how to design it through Canva, as well on how to use your Cricut to cut your chipboard. Now, part 2 was putting everything together to create the covers. Now, part 3, it's going to be about on how to design your inner paper. Now this is completely optional, but I'm going to go back to Canva and explain on how to do your own design. Now these are a preview of my designs, and this is the one that we're going to be focusing on. So let's get started. We're going to click where it says create, custom size. Remember to change your units, and it's going to be 18.5 by 25.5. Now you have the option to go where it says design, click and search, and then it will appear. Let me put paper there. And it will provide you several options. Now, like you can see, the grand majority has the subscription-based one. If you don't have the subscription, this is where I'm going to teach you on how to do it yourself. So you're just going to click where it says no element. And if you don't have this right here, you're more than welcome to search here a line, or just go where it says shapes. So we're going to click on this first one. And the first thing I'm going to do is put it where I wanted it to start. And then afterwards, I'm going to duplicate several times. Now, I'm going to do the same thing here. So it's going to be between 23 to 25 lines, whichever you want to do it. So you're going to see me here duplicate a lot of times. Remember, it's this little option right here. If it doesn't show you, just go where it says 3 lines and then click where it says duplicate, or Control plus D. Now I'm going to, like I mentioned, going to duplicate it between 23 to 25. So I'm going to fast forward up to here, okay? I have decided to do 24. I'll see if I wanted to keep it or delete it. But after I have done so, I'm just going to select all, go where it says position. It's going to say underneath space evenly, tidy up. Now we're going to move everything towards the side. Now we're going to zoom in here a little bit. I'm going to select all of them besides the first one, and I'm just going to move it tad down, and I'm going to play with it until I like the way that it looks. And this is, I'm trying to like get the size that I like the best, so I'm going to go with this one right here. Now select everything else besides the first 2 lines and move it down. Like you can see, it tells you like, hey, the spaces between it is 1. Now I don't want it to be 1. I'm just going to try to move it up and do the same thing again. Now I like the 0.8 spacing. Now I'm going to do the same thing to all of them. So I'm going to fast forward here. Now, after you have done so, if you don't like the way that it's looking, I just try to select all of them and move it down a little bit. I like to have a good space here. I know people that likes to write big on their entry. And let's try, there we go. Now we're going to duplicate it once more. But this one, we're going to go to position, change to 90. Let's put it to a little bit to position here. Let me zoom out and then move it up. Now we're going to do the same thing. There we go. No, it kind of looks. There we go. Now, the next thing we're going to do is select all of them. Go where it says stroke style, and then you're going to change it to 2, so it looks thinner. Now you're going to select these 2, and then go where it says stroke color, and change the color. Now, you're more than welcome to just change all if you want all of them to change, but I don't. So I just want to be the 2 that I selected. Now, after you're done doing this, you're more than welcome to just end it here, or if you want to change the actual page color, just select above the white until the toolbar comes along again, and then go to where the color wheel is. And then from here, you're more than welcome to change to whichever color you will like. Of course, don't choose black because nobody will be able to do that. And if worst case scenario, like this color, but you want it lighter, just move to the color wheel. But I just wanted to keep it white. I'm just going to put my last touch. I'm going to go back to element, and I'm going to take my little penguin and crop it here a little bit to fit the last 4 lines. Move it to the corner. Now, of course, it's going to be blocking for the people's to write, so I'm just going to change their transparency to 65. And then from here, remember to put your name your project. So I'm just going to put paper design. And whenever you're done and you're ready to print, make sure that you click here and share, download, change it to PDF print, and then click download. Now, you're going to save it to wherever you want to save it to. Click on it. Now, like I mentioned on my first video, whenever you do this, make sure that whenever you click on the print icon, you make sure that you click the actual size, because it's going, if you don't click on that, it's going to print a different dimension than the one that you originally sized to. So you'll, by here, whenever you print it out, you will need a guillotine for this next part to be able to cut it to size. So I'm going to show you on the end result.